features with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Livingston, what were you up to when you were 26 years old?
I was diligently attending to my studies at the Akademie der Bildenden Künste, Munich.
I'm sure that's quite true. However, I also know that you would also while away most of your evenings at Club Pimpernel on Müllerstrasse, refining your disco dancing techniques.
Lies, rumors, gossip, and innuendo.
Yes, you keep telling yourself that, you cheeky old numpty. How about you, Tangela? What were you up to when you were... What's her age again?
I haven't the faintest. I assumed you knew.
I have no bloody idea. Oh, you don't say. I won't say either. As for myself, I was in the early stages of assembling the troupe that would eventually become the band that would bring me fame, fortune, and lead me down the gravel path to my current situation, which is comprised of living in a haunted mansion with a prude and a maniac, whilst presenting dubious horror films to a wonderful audience who have become so woefully disenchanted with the stale offerings on Netflix that they turn to the likes of us to see something new. But my reason for broaching this topic is because in 1972, famed director Steven Spielberg was a mere 26 years old when he directed his second made-for-TV horror film. And that picture will be our feature for the night. Welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. You've already met Livingston and Tangela, but if you're new to our program, each week we present a wonderful horror or sci-fi film with a special guest.
Wonderful film? I think not.
Oh, stop being so glum, you sausage. Tonight we bring to you Something Evil from 1972. This is a rather interesting film. It was a low-budget venture, but with Spielberg behind the camera, it comes off as an almost Hitchcock-like film. We think you'll find it spooky, but not so frightening that the little ones can't watch as well. But the best part of our night has to be our guest, because joining us again will be the lovely and wonderful Kari Byron, known throughout the universe as the Crash Test Girl. She uses both her bravery and technical acumen to demonstrate to the world just how fun science can really be. She'll tell us about some of her adventures on her syndicated program, Crash Test World, give us some details about her new memoir, chime in about tonight's film, and perhaps, if we're lucky, persuade Tangela to veer away from her interest in munitions and explosives. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of ghostly and scientific fright, right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned. It's fine. Welcome to Creature Features. It's going to be a fun night. You know why? We've got Kari Byron, although she's crying.
I missed you so much.
No, you've got chlorine in your eyes.
No, Livingston, I just, my heart aches that I haven't been here for so long.
She's an actress as well as a superstar.
No, I earlier today was doing some underwater modeling, which
That is so amazing.
I had to open my eyes and smile underwater, hold my breath, and had a floofy dress and a big wig. And
How wonderful.
yeah, but
And-
now I'm crying.
Because you've had chlorine in your eyes all day. That's terrible. So what is this for?
It's for art. I'm friends with a lot of artists. I'm from San Francisco.
Oh.
And nobody can afford anything, so I'm a free model.
So, but you're going to end up with some beautiful photographs of yourself
yeah.
in the water with a dress on.
There are, if you follow me on Instagram, I always put them up.
I do follow you on Instagram. In fact, she's got one of the best Instagram and Twitters around. No, it's like you're doing it all day long. You must have you must have a minion that does this for you, right?
I wish I had a minion.
You do
That'd be
it?
great.
You do it all your own.
No, just.
That's it.
Yeah. How else do you keep up with your fans?
I suppose. No, well, I don't have any fans.
You got
No,
one. I follow you.
You should see some of the mail we get. You do follow us, and no, she's nice, and she comments as well. It's not like she just like follows it, whatever. Follow.
I'm a fan.
She's wonderful. You should be, because we love having you on the show. We're going to watch Something Evil.
Ooh, devil stuff. I love
It
devil
is
stuff.
Devil Stuff, 1972, and it was directed by Steven Spielberg.
Now, that is big.
That is huge.
Big.
But he was only 26 years old when he made this film.
Wow, I wonder what a 26-year-old Steven
I know.
Spielberg was like.
He must have had a squeaky voice.
He must have been so
Oh,
fun.
yeah. I'll direct your film.
Imagine the imagination on that guy at 26.
Yeah, he was good because he directed I believe the second episode of Columbo ever.
Really?
Yes, and it had somebody famous. I can't remember the woman's name. She was famous actress from the 40s and 50s, and she was on it. And she made a joke about him directing, and she said she loved him after because he was such a good director.
Huh.
And by then, I think it was 1970, so he was 24 years old when he did that.
My gosh.
Right? No. I don't want to speak too highly of him. I've tried to get him on the show. He won't come.
Really?
No, he says no. I don't blame him, but he could just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have the time."
Yeah, I don't have him on speed dial or anything. I can't help out here.
No, he'd take your call. He won't take mine. All right, so we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff with you. You've got all kinds of new things going on, exciting stuff. But first, we're going to start the film. When we come back, you're going to tell us about Explore. Explore. We're going to explore with the wonderful Kari Byron. All right, you stay there, and I'm stuck here, so we'll see you soon.
Hello, YouTube viewers. Have you subscribed yet? I see a few of you have forgotten to do so. I am somewhat disappointed. Please subscribe. Thank you.
Welcome back to Creature Features. If you're just joining us, you're late. How do you deal with late people?
I feed them to Livingston.
That is a wonderful idea. Although, in my case, I would feed the toddy to Tangella.
Probably a good idea.
No, she's got sharper teeth.
She seems like a carnivore.
She does. No, she's not a carnivore, but she does know how to process meat, which is interesting. Human meat. But we'll get into that later. Something evil, besides Tangella, is this film, and nothing's happened.
Well, it's. I don't know if this is one of the earlier premises that this is, everything else has been based off of, but I mean, move to a farmhouse with your family. I mean, I think I was watching that today on Netflix in the modern version.
It will not end well. Unless it's like a YouTube video. Have you seen these YouTube videos where people talk to the goats?
Okay, that's not real.
Oh my God, they have 1 million views.
That doesn't mean it's real.
No, the goats do not talk back. It's just some bloke. He's got goats on his farm. He's hey, hello, Jimmy. How are you? Oh, what's new? Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, are you saying ghosts or goats?
Goats.
Goats, as in like,
Bah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, goats are real.
But goats? No. Well, ghosts are real, too. We have ghosts here. This one.
Yeah.
She's terrible.
Yeah.
No, she pops her head out all the time.
Is it Do you see that a lot?
Oh, my goodness, she plays a bloody piano.
Well, I believe really strongly in goats, so I'll stick with those.
We have got those as well, but they don't play the piano, nor do they come out of the painting.
You don't know that. Maybe they do. What about a ghost goat?
A ghost goat. I never thought of that. Yeah. That's a possibility. I wonder if there's a special medium for animal ghosts.
Bah.
Exactly. Oh, that's perfect. All right, enough about this. Let's talk about you, because you're our guest, and you're doing new things.
Very fancy. I've got a platform called Explore, EXPLR, and we make short format videos.
EXPLR?
Yeah, it's fancy, you know, the way we spell it so that the kids like it.
It sounds like a model number for a sport utility vehicle.
I mean, it could be.
Right.
Sure,
no,
why
I
not?
like it. No, okay, go on. Sorry.
We make short format videos, like you know how kids are on their phones doing like this?
Right.
So short format videos, but you can use them in the classroom, so they're inspiring and they're engaging, and we're trying to get kids to be better people and smarter.
They need to be. Mm-hmm. No, most of the kids I know need to be better people.
Do you know a lot of kids?
They need to be taller people to start.
Well, all kids in horror movies always go into the basement.
That's right.
They always open that door they're not supposed to.
They're the brave ones. They're always seeing like things in the window.
Wait, is that
Or
brave?
in the closet.
Is that the brave thing to do?
Don't put the clown in the closet. It will open a doorway to hell.
There is nothing more terrifying than a possessed child,
Right,
or any children that go, ha, ha,
Right,
ha, ha.
right. Exactly. I know that music.
Yeah.
No, right, no. I don't think we're going to see any of that in this film.
Well, let's find out.
But are we going to see any in your Explore thing?
No, it's like science, history, math, global goals, social emotional learning.
Right. That's nice stuff.
It's all the good stuff.
You could deploy child ghosts into that somehow.
No.
Like a mascot, maybe?
Probably not. It's just that, it's like all the science.
Tell me, is it like the vertical format where you look at things up and down as opposed to like this?
Both. But yeah,
Both.
we got
Oh,
an app
okay.
on your phone.
No, it's good that you do both.
Yeah, you put it in your classroom, and then teachers, we cut down on their prep time because all the curriculum's included. So they can just pop on a video, go drink their coffee in peace, and then all of the lesson plan is written for them already. The first hour of their day, bam!
You've just made 100,000 new friends, I think.
You know, I could give a discount to your viewers.
All right, we're going to talk about this. But first, we've got to get back to the silly film, Something Evil, 1972. Don't go away, it gets better. Right, Tom?
It does.
It gets better. See you soon. Welcome back to Creature Features. Miss Kari Byron stepped away. You know, I think she was offered another television program.
At this moment.
That young lady is on so many programs. No, she got a call from her agent. It was urgent.
Well, she's rather popular.
Well, of course she's popular, but when an agent calls and says it's urgent, it's usually good news.
Huh.
I could be wrong, but no. I once thought I was wrong, but I was simply mistaken. Let's do letters.
Yes.
All right, what do you got for me, Mr.
I have
Livingston?
a small package from Grass Valley.
Grass Valley, California?
Grass Valley, California.
I love Grass Valley, California. You know why?
Why?
It's a valley full of grass.
I see.
You know, one of these days, you're not going to fall for that trick anymore. Now, this is definitely not going to be for me, based on the color of these little boxes.
Well, the bag itself.
I shall give them to Tangela in a moment. I don't want her to real surprise. All right, so this is very nicely written cursive. It's almost written like poetically. However, I may stumble reading this. Apologies, it is my eyes, not your writing. Dear Tangela, Vincent, and Mr. Livingston, I recently found your show on YouTube and just love watching you guys on Friday and Saturday night. See? She watches, I assume it's a she, it looks like female writing. She watches on Friday and Saturday. That's what people should be doing.
They should, I
Except for the
gather.
nights that we don't do Friday. Sometimes we don't. Yeah.
If they have nothing better to do.
No, well, sometimes her and I have a social event to attend. And, you know, we cannot do the Friday show. Just like you, he's out at the pub.
It's my day off.
It is. All right, Friday nights. I'm not a fan of gore, blood, but you guys make it worthwhile and enjoyable. You know, we don't show that much gore and blood, right?
No.
No, we have like the light version of that, the diet version of gore and blood. I just started a nail business called dazzlednails.com. This is where the package comes in, I think. And I would love to give Tangela a couple of pairs. I absolutely love Tangela, as she totally rocks. You guys are amazing. Love, Cheryl and Robbie. P.S. From all of us at SE Studios, we love you guys. Rock on. Well, thank you so much. What did she send you? Oh, those are lovely.
Nails.
No, well, you know, she doesn't like doing her own nails, but she would stick those on. Those are fantastic. Next time we're in Grass Valley, we're going to come in and have you do her actual nails. She'd have a tough time with her nails. She's always scratching things. Right? Next up, Mr. Livingston.
Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois.
I believe so.
Let's see. Dear Creature Features crew, after discovering your show, this is from Stephen Tramontana. Tramontana. Oh, that's quite a name. Tramontana.
Tramontana.
Huh? After discovering your show by accident on YouTube, I have become obsessed, joined your Patreon, and made your new episodes appointment viewing. Please keep up the great work. Well, with supporters like you who support us on Patreon, we will, right?
Indeed.
No, we don't make anything off this show. We don't have like some big network behind us.
Not
Right.
yet.
Not. Well, I don't know if we want one.
Probably not.
No, they would give us rules. They would say, no, you cannot show that movie. They say, no, Tangela cannot blow things up anymore. Can you imagine that? She would not comply. I know, she would not comply. I recently purchased a Google Mesh system, and when determining what to name the new network, I went with the only thing that made sense, Mr. Livingston. So, look, he made him smile. Yeah, it's the first time he's had a Wi-Fi named after him.
Indeed.
Or is it a Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
With him, it's a Wi-Fi. His spirit lives on in our home, though it lacks his dry wit. Well, using that network, you can watch his dry wit on YouTube, right? Right. Thanks for writing, Stephen, and thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. What do you got next, Mr. Livingston? He's a good
Albany,
mix, isn't
New
he?
York.
Albany. Have you ever been to Albany?
I have not.
No, it's a nice place. Dear Creature Features, I recently discovered your show. A few observations. The host looks like a turd. Do I look like a turd?
I wouldn't know.
Don't. Let's see. The butler sounds like a bargain budget Morgan Freeman. That's actually a bit of a compliment.
Indeed.
It's better than being a turd.
Somewhat.
Oh, look at it. She's just having so much fun. Wait till I read the next part. But the worst part is that girl. She looks like an Avril Lavigne wannabe that couldn't even sing while she's having a bad hair day.
Ooh.
Please send me an autographed photo to the address below, Sean Pressman, Albany, New York. Oh, God. It made her day. All right. So much for Tangela. What else you got, Mr. Livingston?
One more from Florida.
Last one from Florida. You know, we have lots of viewers in Florida.
We do.
What is it about that place?
I'm not sure.
You know,
it's rather confusing.
No, I know. They have to hide from hurricanes, and all they bring is the television to watch our program.
Or they can watch on their phones.
No, we get them through the hurricane. They can use a telephone too, right? All right. This is from David Carlin in Florida. He goes, hello, my favorite creature crew. Vince, the best host. Well, it's a departure from turd, is it not?
Quite a departure.
Mr. Livingston, the best caretaker, and Tangela, the best and scariest ghoul around. We love all of you. Is it possible to get Life Force, 1985, that's a movie, for the show? It's an underrated classic and a great sci-fi vampire film. Just an idea. Hope you have a great week. I love that film. That was filmed in the UK, I think.
I believe it was.
No, if it wasn't, they brought all the UK people over. Or maybe it's just American people.
To Hollywood.
Right. No, I think it's filmed in the UK. It has that UK look.
Yeah.
You know, they film things. It's got that Pinewood studio look. I think it's an actual UK production.
Well said.
P.S. Does Tangela have a wish list? as to not get her a duplicate gift. But what would Tangela wish for?
She doesn't need anything.
No, she's definitely not like tools. She needs tools, and she also needs a fuse. I heard her the other day saying she was short on fuse.
No, she has a short fuse.
Oh, she definitely does have a short fuse, but I think she was saying she was actually short on fuse material. It's the green stuff. It's the waterproof kind.
Let's not do that.
All right. Anyways, thank you, David. Call in from Florida, and we wish you well. Is that it for letters?
That's it for letters.
That's it for letters. If you'd like to send us a letter of your own by email, send it to the address you see over here. Or if you'd like to send a nice little packet from a nail salon,
Grass
Valley, send it to the address you see right here. We'll be back with Miss Kari in a moment. But first, let's see what Tangela's up to. You know, those are going to be spoiled and stinky by the time they get to us.
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories. Despite my previous protestation, I see a few of you have still not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. Please, I implore of you to do so. Thank you.
Never. I'd be a terrible actor.
Not all actors remember their lines. You're fine.
No, I need cue cards and prompters. Welcome back to the show. We are watching Something Evil with Kari Byron. You know, you're somewhat evil yourself. You're something slightly evil. No, not at all.
Evil?
Not evil.
Mischievous, maybe, at best.
Mischievous.
But not
like
evil.
That, yes.
You're not I'm evil. Good person.
No, so in the world of science and education and art, you're probably rather devilish.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
right,
I like a little extra explosion in my steam.
It's important. Speaking of explosions, we're getting something of that in this film with the windshield on the car. But the baby thing, we were just talking about the whole child thing.
That's creepy. Baby crying out of nowhere. What is that?
I know.
Ugh.
I know. But that's a terrible sound when you think about it.
A crying, yes, yeah, if it's coming out of a barn.
Especially a mother who hears a crying baby, that triggers something in a mother.
Yeah, definitely,
right?
definitely.
Even in a male, I hear a baby crying, I'm like, oh my goodness, what's wrong? Who's hurting the baby? Right? No, that's what I always think. Who's hurting the poor baby? And typically it's just the baby crying for no reason. All right, anyways, it's getting better, right? Do you agree? I think you agree.
Well, yeah, I like the windshield breaking. That was, I mean, that's a terrible way to leave a party, though.
You know, I think since they made this film, they now make Satan-proof windshields.
Not safety, but Satan?
Right,
Oh,
right.
cool,
No, it's a type of safety, but you have to order it special. It's like an option from the Ford Motor Vehicle Company.
They have like a connection to the man above that can like...
That must be how it's done. That's I cannot think of a material that they could use that would be Satan-proof unless it's blessed from you know who.
Holy water all over it. Just
right. No, it's filled. It's 2 panes with holy water in the middle.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good to know in case I'm ever possessed.
That's right.
Good.
That's right. You could probably get a bathing suit made out of that or something like that. Enough about that. Let's talk about... No. I want to hear more about this Explore thing because this is like a big deal for you, right?
Oh, this is fantastic. I mean, it's like if you can use Netflix, you can use this. And it's just videos on anything that just...
But I don't understand. So the teacher says, watch this video. I'm going to the pub.
Okay, no. I mean, I don't know where your kids go to school, but my teachers don't generally drink on the job. But I like to cut down on teacher prep time. So say you wanted to learn about single-use plastics,
right,
and you wanted to, you're in your science class. There's a small video. You can turn it on in the beginning of class. It comes with curriculum. You've already got the discussion plan all lined up so that they can just go drink some coffee while the kids learn something and then
very nice.
Jump right in.
And I take it you make it edutainable?
Edutainment?
Edutainment?
Yeah, yeah.
You make it fun?
We try to make it fun and inspiring, and we are amplifying the voices of all of the coolest new influencers.
So typically you're in front of a camera, and on this project you're not. You're a producer.
I mean, I've had a lot of time in front of the camera, and I knew how important it was, or at least as a byproduct of Mythbusters.
Right.
I have so many women walk up to me and say, thank you, I never saw a girl on TV doing science, and I never knew a scientist could wear combat boots. And so I'm trying to bring the next generation up in front of the camera.
Nice. As you should. No.
Representation matters.
That's right. Well, no, you're gonna inspire millions, I think. At least thousands, maybe a few hundred.
I mean,
a few 100 million.
I'll take any of that. If I can inspire one kid, I'm happy.
No, you're gonna inspire a lot more than one kid, I think, and maybe a couple of adults as well.
Do I inspire you?
You inspire me to go back to this film.
Fantastic, because I love things that are evil.
Off we go, back to something evil, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about those boots. Yes, those. All right, off we go. See you on the other side of the break.
Well, my name is Betty, and I'm in Joplin, Missouri. I love to watch Creature Features. I watch you guys all the time on YouTube. And I just have one request.
Kari Byron, expert on technical things. This whole thing about Satan taking over a house, how does that happen?
How do you actually, I don't know, okay, so I've seen haunted houses.
Right.
But how is a house possessed? Like a house has a soul? How does it get possessed?
No. But how does it happen is what intrigues me. And I think, this is my theory, I could be wrong. It's happened once or twice. It was from a real estate agent, right? No. It was one of those chatty real estate agents with sensible shoes and the wine breath.
Okay, so my dad is a real estate agent, and he did not wear sensible shoes.
See,
so,
and that's the power of Satan cannot go through.
He's never
decent shoes.
Sold a possessed house as long as I've known, though.
No. Well, I've seen real estate signs with the little red thing on top. It says not haunted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Okay.
They didn't stick one on this house.
I would so buy a haunted house.
It's interesting, but it's also irritating sometimes. I mean, you're trying to sleep, and all of a sudden, there's screaming up in the attic, and it's like, what am I going to do? We haven't had any baby crying thing.
No.
The blood leaking from the walls.
Ew, but ew.
Right.
It's hard to clean up.
It's all right. You don't have to clean it up. It's gone the next morning.
Oh, okay.
It just disappears. I don't know. Or maybe we just have a good maid and she comes around and cleans it up. I don't know.
Does Livingston clean the house?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should ask him about that.
Yeah. No. Livingston is in charge of the people who clean the house.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're probably working on their own volition. I want to talk about Mythbusters. Everybody. When I go, Kari Byron, they're here. Kari Byron, I know that name. I'm here, Mythbusters, you sausage. And they go, all right, yes, I know.
Yeah, it was a big show. I mean, I was on that show for 12 years.
12 years?
That's how I got my start in front of the camera.
How many episodes? 12 years.
Over 300. We used a lot of explosives. We did a lot of shooting of guns and busting of myths. It was a really fun job. I mean, I swam with sharks. I got locked in a coffin with scorpions. I've had a long history of
It's
weird
like
stuff.
you have no more bucket list, right?
My bucket list is just like really tame, you know.
Right.
Like I would like to go land on a beach in Tahiti or something.
Because you covered all the
I've covered all the scary, weird things. I've jumped off buildings. I've been buried alive. I've just like everything.
So you were almost like the crash test dummy for these guys, right?
I'm Crash Test Girl. That was the name of my book for just that reason. But the whole reason I'm doing what I do today is because Mythbusters was told with the perfect narrative vehicle being the scientific method. So teachers used Mythbusters in classrooms.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I loved that byproduct. So when I decided what I wanted to reinvent my life during COVID, I realized I wanted to harness that power.
Right.
I wanted to make things that you could use in classrooms that are really engaging and inspiring, that are going to make kids learn something.
Yeah, you need to be in front of the camera for this. I mean, you've got all the energy.
You need a lot of energy as a producer, too. You're like, come on, talent, wake up.
Right, but now I don't see you doing that. You're just so talented, and, you know. You've got a face made for television. I have one made for radio.
Oh, heck no.
Yes,
You're gorgeous.
No, it's all
you do
right.
need to fluff your hair a little bit, though.
I do
So
have
it's
to
getting
fluff.
a little flat.
No,
You
it
know,
keeps
it's a
going
little-
flat. We're going to talk about hair when we come back, because
Okay.
I'm having hair issues.
Yeah.
Always. Anyways, let's get back to the film, and then when we come back, is it time to bring Tangela out yet? Soon? Maybe? Yes, we'll be bringing Tangela out.
Oh, good.
She's got some questions for you about explosives.
Oh, I can help her
Don't
with
tell
that.
anything. Decrease her knowledge. Don't increase it.
I don't know how to do that. I'm more of the educate kind.
This is my life. See you on the other side of the break.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
Hey, Tangela. Have you seen my tools? I wonder where I put those.
I imagine you are becoming almost as tired of seeing me as I am of making these messages. Please subscribe. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Kari Byron, how do you keep your hair so floofy?
It's possessed. It's possessed.
Do you think they would possess mine as well?
You need a little ratting.
No, you know, I look like one of those blokes who sell mobile phones in the mall. No, I do.
Well, see, you know what, they have this thing called a bump it's like it helps with the ratting, that you can like put it under and make it bigger. But like for you, maybe we could get a live rat.
An
and
actual
it could
rat
just
to rat my
your
hair.
while it's in your hair.
It would be like animated, right? It would move.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that again. Oh, you're so good at that.
That's because at one point I lived in a house with a bunch of freaking rats. And
Is your name Willard?
No, God, no. No, that movie, I can't even watch that movie. I would sleep in this room where the floorboards are eaten by rats.
No.
And I am, to this day, cannot take rats.
Rats, of all things.
Yeah, I mean, I can take snakes, scorpions, spiders of any size, real estate agents that possess houses, no problem. But you bring a rat around, I'm like, ah.
So you've never held a rat?
I don't like it. Their tails look, they're so creepy.
What about like a possum?
Okay, no, I'm gonna veto that because they are too ratty.
They're lovely. So you want to hear a story? When I had been drinking a bit too much, and I came home, and one of our dogs had one cornered and was doing the possum thing where it pretends like it's dead.
Yeah.
Right. I'd never do this without a few drinks in me, and I picked him. This is a true story. I picked him up.
Yeah.
And I put him up on a high fence post. I said, "Good night, mate. Have a great night."
No.
And he walked away.
Okay.
He didn't bite me. But apparently, those don't have rabies. So.
Okay, good.
No, but you never know with any mammals, but those animals don't get rabies.
The last time there was a rat in my house, I had been trying to get it for a very long time. I mean, my garage was just like some crazy total recall of all different kinds of traps. And I walk into the garage and I have a laundry basket and the little rat sits up and it looks at me. And I looked at it, I dropped that basket and I grabbed a shovel and ran around my car 3 times after the rat and got it in the corner and bashed its little brains out. I'm a pacifist, really, but it's just, it's the rats.
You know, this sounds like the beginning of one of those horror films where people are served their greatest fear.
Well, this is how scared I was. I shoveled that rat into a box and then I duct taped the heck out of it just in case it came back alive.
Now that
like
could happen.
Pet Cemetery.
Zombie. No, that'd be a good thing. What is going on with your wrist? Show me this.
I
What
have
is all this?
Okay,
Look
well,
at this bling. Look bling.
lots of watches.
I love it.
Well,
Is this like because you're an international traveler and you need to know the time in like Cleveland and Paris?
ooh, that would be wonderful. Cleveland and Paris. That's what you pick. Okay.
Well, Paris is always a good one.
This is a watch that monitors, you know, all my healthy things.
Right.
And then this is my grandmother's watch, and this is my grandfather's watch. And since my dad, who is a big Creature Feature fan, he's the one
like
that
all Creature Features?
he watched it before you were like forever.
Right, but then he stopped once we started because
No, he still watches it.
he does.
Still watches
Only because
it.
his daughter's on. Hello, Mr. Byron.
See, he still watches it.
Oh, that was good. So you still haven't told me why you're wearing 4 watches.
For my dad, this will protect him. See?
Oh, all right.
My grandfather's passed and my grandmother's passed, so
Oh, how wonderful.
I'm going to
No,
keep
and it
their
looks
spirits.
stylish as well.
Yes, and I just like a la la bling.
Just don't get yourself mugged. All that bling. It's like, rob
Have
me.
you seen these boots?
Oh, yes, here. Show me the boots. Put a boot up. Show me. Oh, my goodness. These are amazing.
Yeah, aren't they?
Oh, these are well made.
Yeah.
You spent some money on these.
Well, I'm a big fan of boots, so.
I am as well, but you know, those, I've got nothing that tops those. All right, what do you say we finish up this film?
Let's watch.
Let's do it.
Get it? Watch.
Off we go to the end of Something Evil. And after the end of the Something Evil, we're going to have Something Evil sitting right here. You'll see. See you soon. That's how they got rid of the devil. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
They should have used this in The Bloody Exorcist if it was that simple.
It's like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And where was the husband? Maybe if the husband was around, it was a loving house.
They could have both said it and got it done in half the time.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Well, yeah, it's a TV movie. They cannot pull out, like, burning crosses and things on TV movies back then. I think it was illegal.
I don't know. I was like a baby when this was on TV.
You were a baby. I was almost baby-like. She was, I don't even think she was ever near a baby. What'd you think of this film, love? Oh. See, she would have liked it better if the devil had stuck around.
Yeah, I mean, it'd make things more interesting.
No.
For sure.
No. That's because she's rather devilish. In the least bit.
In all the best ways.
We know her story. Anyways, what is next up for Kari Byron?
Well, Explore is still going, always in classrooms.
Right.
But by the time you see this, I just completed a maker show about all of the things that they do to create a Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon. So it'll be on right before the parade.
You can explain how the floats work?
Yeah, well, I'm going to explain how the balloons are made, and it's for kids, and it's very
I'm confused.
science
So
oriented.
the float is full of balloons?
The float is the thing on the ground, and the things that float are the balloons.
Oh, I thought those were the floats.
And the floats are the things you stand on.
Oh, what do they call the things that float? The float.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, and then call the thing you stand on the thing you stand on.
I don't know.
I don't know. You might want to suggest it next time you go back to the Macy's parade people and the scientists. Tell the scientists they need to come up with a new name.
Parade 101, thank you.
All right, so you show how the balloon works. And how does the balloon work?
Helium.
Oh.
Yeah. But the making of it is amazing. Did you know there's a full-time team working in a workshop all year long making the parade? Like the second they take down the balloons, the second they pack up the floats, they start all over again. And it's like scientists and artists and computer modelers, and there's so many people involved.
It's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Learn
No, that's
something every day.
incredible. But I'm concerned about all this helium. So do they just let it all out, or do they all get together and take a huff and talk like Mickey Mouse?
All of New York for a week. It's going like this.
Oh, that was good. You don't need helium. That's amazing. So you're going to continue doing what you're doing with that and then going on other adventures. You're always on planes, I imagine.
I spend a lot of time on
That's why you
airplanes.
need so many watches.
Yep.
Right,
For Cleveland, Paris now.
That's right. And more adventure. Well, hopefully we're going to see you on TV soon. And, of course, on your Explorer thing.
It's EXPLR, explore-classroom.com.
All right, one more time. Explorer.
Explore-classroom.com. That's EXPLR-classroom.com.
Nice. And then, so teachers can contact that and they can find out how to get signed up.
Yeah, you can hit me up.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. You're always a wonderful guest. And let's not wait 2 years next time. Let's have you back next week. No. All right, not next week.
Big fan of the home team, but I got a lot of stuff to do.
All right. So when you have less stuff to do, come up and see us.
Great job, Peter.
All right. And as far as you guys go, thank you for staying up late and watching this program with us and putting up with her shenanigans. You do shenanigans sometimes. She does. And anyways, putting up with her shenanigans and putting up with my shenanigans. And we will see you next week. Don't forget, we love you. So, Kari.
Yes.
I'm thinking with this thing that you're doing, perhaps you can use clips from our show to do your thing.
Yeah, but they wouldn't learn anything.